CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. The Department of Justice is asking a judge not to unseal the affidavit that paved the way for FBI agents to search former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy explains.
As it objects to the release of the FBI affidavit, saying it would harm an ongoing criminal investigation, the Justice Department makes two key revelations. First, it indicates that the sealed document contains, quote, highly sensitive information about witnesses who've been interviewed by the FBI. And second, it confirms that the investigation, quote, implicates highly classified materials.
A grand jury is looking into efforts by Mr. Trump's former lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, to overturn 2020 election results in Georgia. Phil Holloway is a legal analyst for our affiliate WSB in Atlanta.
If he has been told that he is a target, the odds are extremely high that you're not going to hear much of anything from him except an invocation of his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
An incumbent Republican could pay a steep price in today's primary in Wyoming for bucking the party tide.
It has often sounded like a race between Liz Cheney and Donald Trump. She's gone after him, accusing him of lying about the 2020 election.
It is a door Donald Trump opened.
And he's gone after her.
We need you to vote that crazy rhino out of office.
Today, voters will decide. Republicans here are divided.
Liz Cheney is a cesspool that is wrong with this country.
Liz has held to her moral convictions.
The polls show Cheney far behind her challenger, Harriet Hageman. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Jackson, Wyoming.
2020 is setting a record for unauthorized migrant crossings. Correspondent Vicki Barker.
By late June, 10 months into the government's fiscal year, the number of unauthorized crossings caught by border officials had surpassed the total for the entire previous year, itself a record.
New York City's planning to house migrants bust in from Texas at a luxury hotel in the Theater District. A hospital in Memphis is on lockdown right now. Medical teams at Methodist North are reportedly treating multiple victims of a shooting involving two separate crime scenes. A parked car riddled with bullets is outside the hospital. An assault rifle still lies on the pavement near gas pumps at a local filling station. Tiger Woods has been open about PGA Tour players cashing in and jumping to live golf.
What they've done is turned their back on what has allowed them to get to this position.
Today, he'll reportedly meet with top-ranked players at the BMW Championship in Delaware to dissuade any who may be thinking of following their lead. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Imagine buying a pair of sneakers and getting a soothing, gentle foot massage like you'd get during a relaxing pedicure just by walking. You might think this sounds too good to be true, but we think it sounds like Skechers' new Massage Fit sneakers. Because Skechers, the comfort technology company, has designed a unique innovation that makes it feel like you're pampering your feet with a gentle massage in every step. The secret is Skechers' new patented wave technology on the sole that gently massages your feet while you're walking around. It feels amazing and is so gentle you can wear them all day just like your other favorite Skechers sneakers. And not only will you be getting the massage, you'll also be getting Skechers' other famous comfort features, like a special luxury insole that offers extra support for 24/7 comfort. Plus, they come in a variety of fashionable styles, including lace-up and slip-ons, and they're machine washable for easy care. Get a bonus massage in every step with Skechers' new Massage Fit. Find them for men and women at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The family of a late country star is fighting to keep details of her death under wraps.
Naomi Judd's family has filed an amended petition to seal police reports on the investigation into her death. The country superstar's daughter, actress Ashley Judd, says she found her mother alive after she shot herself back in April and stayed with her for about 30 minutes until help arrived. Ashley says she was in clinical shock and acute distress while speaking with officers. And other family members say they didn't know they were being recorded at the time. They're fighting media outlets in Tennessee who filed public records requests in the case. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Who's badder than Beyonce? Bad Bunny has reclaimed the top spot on Billboard's album chart for his 3-month-old LP, Summer Without You. Last week's top seller, Beyonce's Renaissance, has fallen 2 spots to number 3. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now's the perfect time. Call today and receive 90 little blue or little yellow pills for only $119 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-711-6818 and we'll rush your order discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6818 for as little as only $119 for 90 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on this little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
Get glowing for your wedding day and have picture-perfect skin with the help of the experts at R Plus Med Spa. They prioritize a tailored approach, starting with a complimentary bridal consultation to share any skin concerns you have as you prepare for your big day. This is also perfect for the mother of the bride, the groom, and your bridal party. R Plus Med Spa, 210 Shane Drive in Glasgow. Call 270-651-4SPA and schedule your complimentary bridal consultation today.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
We are on the air and moving forward here from Good Morning Live, WCLU, downtown Glasgow, on the airwaves with a very pleasant feel to it, a noticeably better feel to it out there today. 66 degrees. That's where we are. We'll talk more about the forecast in a minute, but we've got some very nice folks having birthdays today, including Joyce Jeffries, Carl Napier, Bill Curd, Michael Crimmins celebrates today, Clark Dickerson, she is turning 7, we understand, today. Joe Moore is 45. Gracie Reed is 15, my goodness. Jeannie Minyard, Daphne Gentry, John Wheat, John is 58 today. Diane Russell is turning 70. It is Sarah Wilson having her 60th birthday, and Gary Ray Wilson is turning 66. Couple anniversary couples here this morning, including Stephanie and McKay Dickerson. Yes, Stephanie and McKay have been married 11 years today. Congratulations. And we have James and Sherry Neal with a wedding anniversary today, too. Boy, it's a good start. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. If you'd like to turn in a birthday or anniversary, well, that's what we're all about right here, and we look forward to working with you on that throughout the day today. As I said, 66 degrees. It feels really nice out there this morning. Let's talk about where we're going weather-wise today. Increasing clouds, and 79 is going to be the high. Tonight, 20% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 62. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm possible, a high of 79. Wednesday night, a slight chance of an early thunderstorm, partly cloudy, and a low of 62. On Thursday, there's a 20% chance of an afternoon shower, maybe a thunderstorm, and a sunny day, and a high up to 82 degrees. Actually, we're kind of in between a couple of high pressures and a couple of low pressures, and all that's going to do is generate a bunch of clouds. It's going to look like rain, but there's not much rain out there to be had. I'll just summarize it that way, okay? Barometer's down at 29.96, 100% humidity. Northeast winds at 3 miles an hour. Dew point 65, and the temperature 66. So we are not going to be feeling any real effects of any sort of odd haziness coming in here today, it looks like. Just a good old 66-degree start, 610 WCLU. Good morning live as we continue the 6 o'clock morning edition coming your way.
Have you heard about the new online home for the Glasgow EPB? Well, it isn't just a new-looking website. It's a whole new way to manage your Glasgow EPB services. At the all-new GlasgowEPB.com, you can take care of paying your bill online like always, but you can also request or transfer your Glasgow EPB services, access customer support guides, easily sign up for GEPB alerts, and learn about all available products and programs. So check it out today, GlasgowEPB.com.
Late sleepers everywhere are demanding breakfast until noon on weekends. Well, hit that snooze button because Hardee's is extending breakfast hours until noon. And now you can celebrate it with the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal. Imagine eating your choice of a sausage and egg biscuit, country fried steak, or biscuit and gravy all before midday on the weekends. The late sleepers have spoken. Bite into the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal only at Hardee's. Feed your happy. Tax not included. Available for limited time at participating Hardee's restaurants. Exclusions may apply by time of day. Price of participation may vary.
WCLU, Boutique Unique, and the Haywood Valley Farm wants to help you grill and chill in style. It's Grillin' and Chillin' with your chance to win a huge prize package valued at over $1,300, including a brand new gas grill, an Arctic hardside cooler, a $100 car and truck tire care kit, a 28-inch Blackstone griddle, $150 in Haywood Valley Farms premium beef, a Fireline knife, and $50 Fireline gift card, and much, much more. Stop by and register to win at any of our Grillin' and Chillin' sponsors in Glasgow, including Boutique Unique and Haywood Valley Farms, 302 Happy Valley Road, Fireline Guns and Knives at 1207 West Main Street, Southern Kentucky Tire Pros, 1004 Happy Valley Road, Darren River Beverages at 1668 Burksville Road. Enter by 12 noon September 1st. Grand prize drawing 2 p.m. September 1st at Boutique Unique in Haywood Valley Farms. Grillin' and Chillin' from Boutique Unique, the area's first shop carrying quality handcrafted products made in Kentucky, plus painted furniture and vintage finds. Haywood Valley Farms with locally raised superior quality Midwestern finished beef. Taste the difference. And WCLU. See complete contest rules at WCLUradio.com. Click contests.
Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, August 16th, 2022, 6:12, 66 degrees. Welcome into WCLU Local News. It's great to have you with us today. As per our usual report here, looking outside, a little bit overcast today. Yesterday, clouds hanging around, but looks like that's going to be the nature of it this week. Temperatures 66 degrees, very pleasant out there right now. If you do have some time just to hang out outside, do that this morning. Well, maybe you've opened your electric bill this month and noticed that it's a bit higher than normal. Residents are feeling the heat of a higher electric bill this month as the height of summer usage is reflected on them. The Glasgow Electric Plant Board says bills take a slight turn during the summer and winter months due to extreme temperatures. The combined heat and humidity last month caused cooling units to work overtime, and electric bills appear to have ticked upward. Aaron Russell, who is the Marketing and Communications Director at the Glasgow Electric Plant Board, says this is something going on across the utility industry.
That's something that's going across the entire utility industry right now, and it's something that happens just about the same with every peak demand season. You have it in the winter and in the summer.
Customer bills go out a month behind, which means this month's statement, it's actually reflecting July's usage. Now, most utilities offer a unit cost for their services and factor in what is called a fuel cost adjustment. The FCA is a measure of what it costs to get electricity to you. Now, the Tennessee Valley Authority, they sell their electricity at a wholesale rate to local utility companies like the Glasgow EPB. The cost of that electricity is then distributed to customers. The FCA each month, it shifts as the TVA adjusts for cost to supply it to local utilities.
Generally, your average is around 2 to 2.5 cents, and that's per kilowatt hour. Right now, we're at a rate of 4.5 cents.
The FCA nearly doubled this summer, mainly due to the increased demand from across the TVA service area. Temperatures are often the hottest in June, July, and August. July 2022 was determined to be the third hottest July in the 128-year climate record, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. But inflation seems to have taken its toll on those rates, too, that have made it to your bill.
I would figure seeing it increase as much for across the board over the past year, I would think that it plays a part just because of the cost of transporting and creating that service to meet the usage demand.
Kraft Heinz is announcing a voluntary recall of approximately 5,760 cases of Capri Sun wild cherry-flavored juice drink blend beverages. The company saying in a news release that the voluntary recall comes after diluted cleaning solution, which is used on food processing equipment, was inadvertently introduced into a production line at one of the factories there. Only the wild cherry-flavored Capri Sun products with the case and package information are affected. Now, the best when used by date on those products, it's June 25th, 2023. So if you have some of those in your pantry or wherever you may keep those, check that date and see if it's June 25th, 2023. This issue, it was discovered after they received several consumer complaints about the taste of the affected product. The company is actively working with retail partners and distributors to remove potentially impacted product from circulation. Consumers who purchase these items should not consume the product, the company says, and you can return it to the store where it was purchased. Consumers can contact Kraft Heinz from 9 to 6 every day Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday at 1-800-280-8252. And you can see if your product is a part of that recall, or you can go to WCLUradio.com, and there is a table there where you can see exactly which flavors were affected and exactly what numbers would be on your package to indicate that you received one of those. Well, don't forget about that construction that's going on along the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Expressway. If you've been driving along the former, as it's referred to, Parkway around here in Barron and Metcalfe counties, you've noticed there's quite a bit of construction going on there, and mostly down to one lane for a good stretch of that roadway. They are going to be continuing those rolling closures of certain exits into this evening. But here's what you need to know. Those are from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. So what we will read in just a moment is actually reflecting what closures will be in effect beginning tonight. Now, it has not obviously reached the 7 o'clock hour yet, so there are still some closures in the area, and those are included here. That's Exit 14 eastbound to the Nunn Expressway. It's closed this morning until 7 o'clock. Exit 14 westbound off-ramp to Kentucky 90. It is closed as well. The exit 11 eastbound off-ramp to US 31E, it's closed. And then the US 11 westbound to the Nunn Expressway, it is closed this morning as well. Now, what do we have to expect for this evening and into tomorrow morning? That's exit 11 westbound off-ramp to US 31E. It will be closed completely. The exit 11 eastbound to the Nunn Expressway will be closed. Exit 14 eastbound to the Nunn Expressway will be closed. And exit 14 westbound off-ramp to Kentucky 90, it will be closed as well. Again, that's this evening's closures, and we're talking about the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Expressway here in Barron County. Motorists should expect ongoing road work from the 20-mile marker all the way to the 36-mile marker, and that speed limit, again, it has been lowered to 55 miles per hour. And if you're driving on that stretch of road, you'll notice when you're getting onto the roadway, they do have several construction barricades up, and they also do have yield signs because it is down to one lane. So essentially you're having to merge from that ramp all the way over to what is referred to sometimes as the fast lane. Kentucky State Parks has kicked off its annual photo contest. The 3-month contest is now accepting photo submissions through October 31st. Participants that enter the photo contest will have the opportunity to choose from several categories, including camping, scenic, trails, and park activities. Qualifying submissions will be judged based on originality, artistic composition, technical quality, and whether or not the photograph showcases the best of Kentucky State Parks camping and outdoor activities. Now, all of these submissions will be entered for a chance chance to win up to a $2,550 prize. That's one grand prize, receiving a 2-night cottage stay, a Canon EOS Rebel T7 camera with an 18 to 55 millimeter lens, and $100 Kentucky State Parks gift card. There are also several other incentives. You can find all of that at WCLUradio.com. The contest is open to U.S. residents who are 18 years of age and older. Winners will be announced in December. It is 6:19, 66 degrees, and might we add 6:20 now. You're listening to WCLU Local News. We'll be right back.
Being a small business owner has changed a great deal in recent days. Whatever stage of small business you're in, you need an experienced financial partner to work for you. Derek Staples at U.S. Bank is a small business specialist that you can count on to help you with creative ways to deal with the challenges you may have. U.S. Bank is in a great position to meet those needs. Talk to Derek Staples today at 270-659-3271 and take the next step in managing your business. Member FDIC. Are you sick and tired of that constant pain in your knees or your hips or your back, especially this time of the year? You need to be moving pain-free, right? Hey, it's Henry Royce for the team at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is helping people here every day, giving them lasting pain relief using the latest advances in regenerative medicine. The science is simple. They concentrate your own body's healing agents and apply them to your aching joints, restoring and repairing damaged tissue with no drugs, no steroids, and no surgery. Listen, the old remedies for pain are not the only remedies. You need to learn more about how regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics can change your life. Make this the last summer you suffer from chronic pain. They've got clinics here and all over America. This is the exciting new natural way to deal with joint pain with no side effects and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 270-974-4500. That's 270-974-4500. 270-974-4500.
Welcome back into WCLU Local News. It's great to have you with us today. 66 degrees this morning. Feels really pleasant out there. In fact, we would advise you, if you have some time, get out there and just maybe sit outside on the porch. Enjoy that. The crickets are chirping still this morning. Looks like it is overcast now, and we might keep that around. Partly cloudy for most of the day today. That chance of rain, again, we are looking at mainly on Wednesday. A slight chance, but looks like today there is a little bit of a chance as well, 20% chance around these parts. Partly sunny for most of the day and a high near 80 degrees. The good news is for most of this week and really the weekend, looks like highs are not going to be above anywhere but 84 degrees. So that's about that benchmark. Lows in the evening, creeping into fall time, looks like in the 60s and some nights getting lower, but these 65 degrees. So either way, it'll feel enjoyable out there, and keep that in mind when you're going throughout your day. Western Kentucky University President Timothy Caboni delivered his annual faculty and staff convocation address yesterday morning in Van Meter Auditorium on Western Kentucky University's campus. He talked about several different things, but one of those, President Caboni announced that over the past 5 years, the university has raised more gifts than in any other 5-year period in the university's history, securing $171 million since 2017. And as of June 30th, WKU concluded the most successful decade of fundraising in the institution's history, with gifts totaling near $303 million since July 1st of 2012. Dr. Martha Sells, the Dean of Students and Assistant Vice President for Student Life, as well as Executive Director of TRIO Programs and the Intercultural Student Engagement Center, she was recognized as the Spirit of WKU Award recipient. You can find more information at our website, WCLUradio.com. Well, gas prices appear to continue to drop as weeks of a trend show that data. Gas prices in West Central Kentucky are 13 cents lower this week at $3.39 per gallon now. The average price during the week last week, it was $3.52 per gallon, and the average price during this time last year, $2.89 per gallon. Across the area, looks like Bowling Green's coming in at an average price of $3.50, Elizabethtown $3.28, Louisville $3.77, Owensboro $3.22, and Paducah right there at $3.29, so still one of the lower in the region. Now, the national average for a gallon of gas, it's fallen 10 cents in the past week due to primarily stable oil prices and fewer drivers fueling up. AAA says today's national average is 62 cents lower than a month ago, but still 77 cents more than a year ago. AAA finds that drivers are making significant changes to cope with these high pump prices, and in a recent survey, almost two-thirds of U.S. adults have changed their driving habits or lifestyle since March. And finally today, Glasgow police say they made an arrest a few days ago along Happy Valley Road in reference to a complaint they were responding there. This happened on August 13th. An officer located Tyrus Mitchell passed out inside a vehicle, allegedly there at Five Star parking lot along Happy Valley Road. Officers were able to awaken Mitchell. However, he appeared to be under the influence, police say. Officers then located digital scales, a glass pipe, and methamphetamine inside the vehicle. Mitchell of Morgantown was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, public intoxication with a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. 625, 66 degrees. Have a great Tuesday. It's August 16th. I'm Brennan Crane.
Catch Brennan Crane's local news coverage weekdays exclusively on WCLU Radio. Good Morning Live at WCLUradio.com and Facebook.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Residents in several eastern Kentucky counties can leave debris from last month's flooding on the right-of-way in front of their homes for pickup. Pickup is underway in Pike, Breathitt, Letcher, Perry, and Knott counties. Crews will be active on Kentucky 610 in Pike County and Kentucky 7 and Kentucky 550 in Knott County. A mix of chemicals in the paint area of the Toyota plant in Georgetown yesterday causes a toxic reaction and sends one person to the hospital. Officials with the Scott County Emergency Management says the victim was taken to the hospital as a precaution. An investigation is underway in the area of that plant where the incident happened. A Webster County man in custody at the County Detention Center for allegedly killing his girlfriend over the weekend. William Virgin called police himself Saturday and admitted to dispatch that he had strangled his girlfriend. Heather Davidson was found dead at the scene when troopers arrived. The return of kids to classes this month means drivers need to use extra caution in school zones and at bus stops. First responders in Georgetown and Owensboro urging drivers to know the law when it comes to bus stops and dropping and picking up students. Fans of fast boats will be in Owensboro this weekend as the Owensboro Hydro Fair will be along the riverfront. 60 hydroplane teams will compete in 6 different classes on the Ohio River Friday through Sunday. The Better Business Bureau warning college students across the Commonwealth to be vigilant for scammers as the new academic year begins. Officials say students are focused on housing and tuition and classes, and scammers use those distractions to victimize people. The BBB says beware of phishing emails claiming to be from a school's financial department or from an organization offering grants or scholarships or offering apartment rentals. The BBB has more tips posted on its website. I'm Rob Carpenter.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I try to be part of the in crowd. I try to be really careful about how I dress, what I do, and who I hang out with. This time of year, I'm hanging out with a higher class group. Go!
From horse shows to rides, games, food, concerts, exhibits, and more, this year's Kentucky State Fair has everything, so you can do your thing August 18th through 28th. Buy your tickets online and get free parking. Just go to kystatefair.org.
If Baby could talk, she'd say a lot. You'd know what she's thinking and what makes her happy. But unfortunately, Baby can't talk or remind you. You're the one taking her to daycare today, and she won't speak up if you drive straight to work like any other day and never think to look in the backseat. Every year, dozens of kids die from heat stroke in cars. No one is perfect, so set a reminder and always look before you lock.
In my family, I'm the planner. From the weekly grocery list to the family vacation, everything, all the details. Though planning for the end was something I left off my list. Then a friend told me about South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow. She said even though it wasn't on her to-do list, seeing them was one of the best planning decisions she'd ever made. South Central Kentucky Monuments showed her the different options they have available, even an image of the finished monument. And since South Central Kentucky Monuments does all the stone carving in-house. It cost much less than she expected. They made the process easy to create the exact memorial she wanted. So my husband and I made a plan to see them. We are so happy with our decision. We encouraged our family and friends to do the same. It'll be the best planning decision you ever make.
Buy direct and save money at South Central Kentucky Monuments at the corner of East Front Street and Columbia Avenue. Family owned in Glasgow since 2010.
When we lost Frank, we lost a good friend. Father, husband, colleague, and coach. He meant a lot to all of us. Today, we had a chance to tell him that.
When someone close to you passes on, you want to commemorate their life in a special way. That's why individual requests are such an important part of our funeral services. We strive to meet your specific needs for the most fitting service for your loved ones. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
You are listening to Good Morning Live. The Edmonson County native worked as a housewife and was the best wife, mother, and mama as she cared for her family's every need. She was a member of the Pleasant Grove Miller Hill Missionary Baptist Church. Vicki Jo is survived by her husband, Freddie Logston, 2 sons, David and Russell Logston, 5 grandchildren, Keanne White and Matthew, Emily, and Tanner and Lexi Logston, a great-grandson, Walker Hamilton, 2 brothers, Ronnie and Tony Davis, and 2 honorary daughters, Jeannie Bullock and Debbie Doyle. At Vicki Jo London's request, no services have been scheduled, but the Patton Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Gerald Wayne Oakleaf, 73, of Edmonton, died Thursday at the T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He is survived by a son, Donnie North, 4 sisters, Kathy Myers, Sandra Gilland, Patricia Benefield, and Peggy Brown, 5 grandsons, Donnie North Jr., Dalton Pruitt, Andrew North, Jacob Dyer, and James Green, a granddaughter, Destin Schultz. Cremation was chosen for Gerald Wayne Oakleaf, and no services are scheduled. The Butler Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Nelda White Muse, age 85, of Indianapolis, died Friday, August the 12th. Nelda was born in Tompkinsville in 1937, a daughter of the late Viola Copas and Ansel White. She was a homemaker. Nelda is survived by 2 sons, Terry Clay Muse of Indiana and Darren Craig Muse of Indiana, 10 grandchildren, several great-grandchildren. Nelda is also survived by 2 sisters, Kathy Corey of Indianapolis and Rachel Kanan of Arizona. The funeral service for Nelda Muse will be at 1 o'clock Wednesday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Old Mount Hermon Cemetery. Visitation begins Wednesday at 11 o'clock at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Sandy Franklin Hoots, age 71, of Auburn, formerly of Marrowbone, died Sunday at the Medical Center of Bowling Green. She was a retired nurse with the Cumberland County Health Department, a member of the Auburn-Cumberland Presbyterian Church, and had attended the Casey Fork Cumberland Presbyterian Church for many years before moving to Auburn. Survivors include 2 sons, Michael and Doug Hoots, a daughter, Catherine Fletcher, 4 brothers, Mark, Joe, Carrie, and John Franklin, 2 sisters, Crystal Garman and Sue Park, 5 grandchildren, Jocelyn and Kaylee Fletcher, and Taylor, Marin, and Macy Hoots. A host of nieces and nephews, as well as other relatives and friends, survive as well. The service for Sandy Hoots will be Thursday at 10 o'clock at Ballou and Stott's Funeral Home. Burial in the Franklin Davis Cemetery. Visitation begins Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Emma Irene Gazaway Bowles, age 68, died Sunday. She was a member of the Way Church in Horse Cave and survived by a brother, Leroy Gazaway, her children, Tammy Milby and Danny Whitlow, grandchildren, Emma Whitlow and Kyle Milby, great-grandchild, Sky Milby, stepchildren, Tammy Grace and Wayne Bowles, step-grandchildren, Tyler Bowles Miller, Matthew and Brandon Bowles, Robert Rich, Logan and Jacob Garrett, and Brianna Carey, and step-great-grandchildren, Dea, Jasper, Zaylin, Leah, and Kaylee. Funeral services for Emma Bowles will be at noon Wednesday at Butler Funeral Home. Burial in the New Liberty Cemetery. Visitation begins at 4 o'clock tonight and continues Wednesday morning at the funeral home. Edgar Vincent, age 71, of Brownsville, died Sunday at Signature Healthcare of Bowling Green. The Edmonson County native worked as a laborer for many years. He enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, fishing by the pond and spending time visiting with his close family and friends. Edgar leaves to honor his memory his wife Mary Jo Vincent, his sister Sheila Leanhart, and his close friend Shelby Duval. A graveside service for Edgar Vincent will be held at 12:30 on Wednesday afternoon in the Brownsville Cemetery. Visitation from 10 until noon Wednesday at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. A graveside service for James Jim Edward Troy, age 80, of Elizabethtown, will be held at 10 o'clock Wednesday morning at the Etna Grove Cemetery in Greene County. The family will greet friends at the pavilion prior to the service. Also, a memorial gathering from 3 until 5 today at Severance Valley Baptist Church in E-Town. The family has requested expressions of sympathy take the form of donation to the Etna Grove Baptist Church Cemetery Fund, the Mayo Clinic, or UNICEF USA, which can be made at the funeral home. Arrangements by Coward and Parrott Funeral Home. Service for Jimmy Martin, 78, of Glasgow, will be this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial in the New Salem Cemetery. Service for Aggie Turner, age 70, of Tompkinsville, will be held today at 1 o'clock at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. A public visitation begins at 10 o'clock this morning. Burial will be in the Compton Cemetery at Gamaliel. A graveside service for Olin Ingram Jesse, 94, of Glasgow, will be held today at 1 o'clock at the Union No. 2 Cemetery. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home is in charge. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com and on the WCLU app. No login is necessary.
It's important to know you can send unique designs at a price you can afford when you send a design created by Jeff's Country Florist. And if you can't seem to find that one-of-a-kind unique gift, then come see us at Jeff's Country Florist. These great designs and gifts are available for local delivery or in-store pickup. Stop by and browse our showroom at 4911 Scottsville Road in Glasgow. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, Saturdays, 9 till noon. Let's talk. 270-678-3575. There's only one Jeff's Country Florist.
For over 25 years, Window World has provided quality products for homeowners around the country. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they will never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable composite frame that will never rot. When it comes time to replace your windows or doors, trust Window World. Call 270-780-9600.
Simply the best for less. Window World.
The just because deal. Hey, what's this?
Breakfast from Mickey D's.
From me?
Yep.
Why?
'Cause it's morning and you like McDonald's. Let's eat while it's hot.
There's a deal for every act of kindness at McDonald's.
Right now, get a sausage biscuit and hash browns pairing for just $2.50. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
This WCLU weather update brought to you by Southern States.
One thing's for sure, seasons do change. We might not be able to predict the date of the next cold snap, but at Southern States, in business since 1923, we've seen some patterns. We're ready to fill your tanks and make sure you won't be chilled out by the seasonal changes. Southern States is ready to help you with seed and fertilizer for your pastures and your home lawns. We just love helping our customers prepare for the next season. We're Southern States, 300 Sampson Street in Glasgow. As Brendan was mentioning during the news, if you haven't been outside yet to soak up some of this beautiful feel to things, I would do it. 67 degrees right now. It's got a great feel to it out there. Let me look at the way the forecast is shaping up for today as we prepare to move ahead here. It's going to be a day of increasing clouds and a high of 79. Tonight, a 20% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, a low of 62. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and a high of 79. Wednesday night, slight chance of a thunderstorm early in the evening, partly cloudy late, and a low of 62. 20% chance of afternoon showers, maybe a thunderstorm on Thursday. Sunny, a high of 82 degrees. As I mentioned earlier, we're in between a couple of high pressures and a couple of low pressures. No real rainmaker system, but with those different air masses, we're going to have lots of different cloud cover during the day and maybe firing up a little shower or two there. But nonetheless, that's the way it is this time of the year. But that's where we are this morning. Barometer's down at 29.96, 100% humidity, northeast winds at 3 miles an hour, 67 degrees. This weather update brought to you by your Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. 641. Glad you're running along with us this morning on Good Morning Live from WCLU. Let's get caught up on the ag world, shall we? From Brownfield.
Inflation continues to grab headlines, especially with food at home prices up more than 13% from last year. Hello, I'm Kellen Havikin with Ag Headline News on Brownfield. University of Missouri livestock economist Scott Brown says demand for beef and pork has remained strong. He's optimistic it'll hold.
I'm not saying whether we will or won't eventually declare ourselves in a recession, but economic slowdown certainly hasn't seemed to take the shine off of meat demand.
More news is next.
Hello everyone, this is Joe and Rachel Dotson from Best Wind Tire in Glasgow.
We wanted to personally thank you for supporting our tire and repair business at 100 Shawn Lane.
Many of our customers come to us for ag and truck tire, but did you know we are capable of serving any size car or pickup?
With over 300 stores behind us, our buying power means we can pass on to you the very best pricing in our area.
We have many tires and tubes in stock, and we can do alignments on just about anything that rolls.
I was raised in Metcalfe County. After being away for a few years, Joe and I brought our family back to the area, and nothing brings us greater pleasure than servicing our neighbors when they are broke down in the field or on the road. We are here for you. We want to help you by taking the stress out of buying your next tires. We will work with any budget, anytime.
Come in and find out why we are the fastest growing tire company in Glasgow. We love this business. We love this town. Pretty soon you will be coming to our new store out on Highway 90 right here in Glasgow.
Best Wind Tire and Service, creating one raving fan at a time.
The USDA's good to excellent ratings on corn and soybeans sank slightly again last week. 57% of U.S. corn is in good to excellent shape, while 58% of soybeans are called good to excellent. The crops are showing the impact of hot, dry weather in some key U.S. growing areas. But in central Indiana, farmer Josh Miller tells Brownfield soybeans were stressed early. But now,
we've had a lot of timely rains here from the middle of July to present day. Got a healthy crop, a good crop. We can continue to get some rains.
However, that's not the case in south central Nebraska for farmer Jay Reiners.
I've been in this situation before. All the rain in the world now isn't probably going to help those beans out because they're on a pretty fast pace to death.
Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley's calling on President Biden to take more action on trade negotiations to help reduce tariffs.
Free trade in agriculture is one of the best things that brings prosperity to American agriculture.
I'm Kellen Havikin on Brownfield.
And our Brownfield Ag Report today brought to you by the good folks at Best One Tire. Glad to have them help agricultural interests all throughout South Central Kentucky. We'll review more ag information in the morning. We got birthdays to review here. It's 6:44. I don't want to get far behind, so I'm going to jump in right now with the birthday report. And I got some gongs to sound this morning, too. Let me tell you about Diane Russell. Diane is 70 today. Let me tell you about the 60th birthday today for Samantha Wilson. We've got Joyce Jeffries, Mr. Carl Napier, Bill Curd, Michael Crimmins, Miss Clark Dickerson. Clark is 7 today. Joe Moore, happy birthday, Joe. We understand is 45 today. Miss Gracie Reed is 15. Jeannie Minyard, Daphne Gentry, John Wheat. John is 58 today. Gary Ray Wilson is 66. Brennan's grandmother, Miss Sally Crane. Sally Crane with a big birthday today, too. We've got anniversaries today. It is the 11th, is that true? 11th anniversary for Stephanie and McKay Dickerson. And we have James and Sherry Neal with a wedding anniversary today, too. 651-9149, 800-956-1023, and online here at WCLUradio.com. Let's see, today, by special request, it is Mayor Harold Armstrong Day on the radio, the mayor of Glasgow. He had a birthday yesterday, and we needed to get him patted on the back, but we're going to do that today. So if you happen to see Mayor Harold Armstrong around anywhere today, pat him on the back, remind him he's as good as gold, and wish him a happy birthday from his friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Are you sick and tired of that constant pain in your knees or your hips or your back, especially this time of the year? You need to be moving pain-free, right? Hey, it's Henry Royce for the team at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is helping people here every day, giving them lasting pain relief using the latest advances in regenerative medicine. The science is simple. They concentrate your own body's healing agents and apply them to your aching joints, restoring and repairing damaged tissue with no drugs, no steroids, and no surgery. Listen, the old remedies for pain are not the only remedies. You need to learn more about how regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics can change your life. Make this the last summer you suffer from chronic pain. They've got clinics here and all over America. This is the exciting new natural way to deal with joint pain with no side effects and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 270-974-4500. That's 270-974-4500. 270-974-4500.
The just because deal. Hey, oh, what's this?
Breakfast from Mickey D's.
From me?
Yep.
Why?
'Cause it's morning and you like McDonald's. Let's eat while it's hot.
There's a deal for every act of kindness at McDonald's.
Right now, get a sausage biscuit and hash browns pairing for just $2.50. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All right, what am I doing? Right now, I am jumping in here to tell you about a couple of things. Actually, I wanted to get over here and talk about a couple of things that are coming up today that I want you to know about this afternoon. As it was first, I guess, shall we say, delayed because of some issues. But today, the TJ Pediatrics and TJ Regional Health Back to School Carnival is going to be held from 4 until 6 p.m. at Beaver Trail Park, Shelter Number 2. Now, the carnival is a way to celebrate the upcoming school year as well as to introduce families to community resources. The Back to School Carnival is going to have over 20 vendors and food trucks. There will be games, giveaways, and family fun. So what you need to do is to get over there this afternoon, 4 until 6. Get back to school going with the help of TJ Pediatrics and TJ Regional Health. You will feel good about getting started back up and having all that information and checkups and things like that are going to be going on at the carnival. Rescheduled. It is this afternoon. And also, I want to tell you about the adult acrylic painting classes that begin today from 9 until 11 and from 5 until 7 at the First Presbyterian Church in the Fellowship Hall. Going to be going on 6 weeks, available for everybody, 12 years and older. And each session is $45. Students need a canvas no smaller than 11 by 14 or larger than 16 by 20. You'll also need acrylic paints, including all primary and secondary colors, as well as brown, black, and white. Pre-registration is preferred. Let me give you that number this morning. You can call and talk to Miss Patty Hughes, the very capable teacher, at 270-670-2778. That's 2778. Archive time. We better get moving forward to go backward. On the Archives, brought to you today by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
When there's work to be done, you get to it. And Joseph A. Wade Incorporated is here to help. They repair and make hydraulic hoses and repair hydraulic cylinders. If there's a problem, the Joseph A. Wade hydraulic team will help you find a solution. They're also a distributor for Croyle products. Plus, black and orange nitrile gloves are back in stock. Locally owned and operated, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated. Here to help since 1985. Located in the curve of Industrial Drive in Glasgow.
Sam Terry is with us. Hey, Sam, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm well, and how are you today, Henry?
Excellent, just excellent as can be. And so if you haven't been outside, we encourage folks to go out and just get a good feel for it. 67 degrees. I just paused and took a deep breath. That's the way it feels out there this morning, Sam. So
it's very pleasant.
We encourage people to get out and enjoy that. And while we're talking about enjoyable things, I want to tell you about something coming up at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. You are invited to attend an exhibition that showcases the work of Adolph Rapp. Mr. Rapp is a former Glasgow resident known for his photographs of the area from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. Now, this event is going to be from 5 until 7 o'clock on Friday night, the 19th of August, at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. It's an absolutely free event, but if you have paid any attention to the history of this community, you will see absolutely priceless photographs of the development of this community. And usually down there in the right-hand corner is the word Rapp, which was, of course, the signature of photographer Adolph Rapp, Sam.
Well, he was quite the fellow. You know, he was a German immigrant to our country and came to Glasgow initially as a confectioner. We'd call him the baker today, but that didn't prove to be too profitable, and he decided to take up photography, and his advertisements had a signature line on them that he guaranteed his pictures to last until the end of time.
Well, and we certainly are benefiting from quite a few of those who are lasting a long time and seeing a lot of the way we were. So I encourage you to come down to the Cultural Center on Friday afternoon, 5 to 7. See this expose. I think it'll be time well spent. All right, let's go back 100 years if you're ready, Sam. 1922, this day in history. This is the story in the Glasgow Republican. The Road Spirit has Cave City citizens doing great work. Now, this is interesting to think about this from 100 years ago, but this is the way it was. The business people of Cave City, under the leadership of Mr. E.T. Ford and others, are taking the lead in getting the Dixie Highway from that place to Bowling Green put in first-class shape for travel. They have taken the initiatives and have several meetings of Warren, Edmondson, and Barron County boosters. A fund for the care of the Barron County end of the highway is being made up. Placing the Dixie Highway in passable condition means a lot to Cave City interests, and all residents of the city along the highway should contribute liberally to the fund. You're thinking, wow, that was a different day and time when if you wanted a road between here and Bowling Green, you had to help pay for it, and you had to. They took up a contribution to get that done.
And that certainly took a lot of community spirit to make those things happen.
Yes, it did. And they were saying, we're taking care of our end. And the news story says they are, having all folks along the Dixie Highway to help make it passable. People in Warren, Edmondson, and Barron County boosters get rolling. Let's get this road rolling, too. Fortunately, they did, and did so with a smile. 1932, Sam, here's the news in the Republican. One of the important objects of the Daughters of the American Revolution is located in preserving records concerning the early history of our country and our people. The local Edmund Rogers chapter is cooperating in this work by offering prizes to local schools for data copied from tombstones, family Bibles, family papers, and other sources. Beautiful large frame pictures of George Washington will be given to the school sending in the most data. Another for sending in records from the oldest Bible. Another to the school sending in the oldest tombstone. In no case are original records wanted, mere the data copied from them. By cooperating in this work, you will not only acquire for your school a splendid patriotic picture, but you will contribute materially, if I could say that, to the preservation of Barron County history. How monumental was that, Sam, in 1932 to inspire people to get busy turning over this data?
Certainly was. The Edmund Rogers DAR chapter was only 10 years old in 1932, and of course they're celebrating their centennial year in 2022. But they led the effort to begin copying wonderful genealogical and historical data that we all take advantage of still today in various publications.
But it's got to come from somewhere, and I think that's a neat way to empower the schools to go out and get this and a nice prize. They can kind of make it competitive, I think. And we
I think.
Go ahead.
I think most of us of a certain age grew up going to those schools with those pictures of George Washington hanging in our classrooms.
No question about it, for sure. And, you know, it's kind of it's something to be proud of. If your school, you know, wins one because of the hard work of everybody in the school, you kind of look up coming into the school each day and you feel good about being there. I like that. 1942, this day of the news, Mr. and Mrs. John Ritchie returned to their home in Freedom after a delightful visit with their son, Private Sherman C. Ritchie, who is with the 38th Division at Camp Shelby, Mississippi. They were accompanied to Mississippi by Mrs. Sherman C. Ritchie, who will remain with her husband for several weeks. During their trip, they saw several places of interest, including the Gulf of Mexico. They were fortunate also to see a good deal of Camp Shelby. So let's go visit our son, who's down in the military down there in a very hot, muggy place that time of the year, Camp Shelby, Mississippi, for sure, 1942.
We had a tremendous number of Barron County soldiers stationed at Camp Shelby for various periods of time.
This day in 1952, in the Glasgow Times, the story reads, Mrs. Mary Ann Edmonds Barnhill, Associate Professor of English at Eastern Kentucky State College in Richmond, is spending her vacation at the Octagon Cottage on her farm in Beckton with her niece, Mrs. Johnny Estes, and Mr. Estes. They were joined by her nieces, Mrs. Allen B. Courtner and Mrs. Ray White, on a trip to Cumberland Falls and to the Great Smoky Mountains. At Cherokee, North Carolina, they attended the historical play Unto These Hills. Some fun traveling for the family there. The Barnhills from 1952.
Mary Annie Barnhill was a very interesting lady. She's not been deceased too many years, but she also had the distinction of being the first woman to earn a law degree from Barron County.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
But she actually became a professor at Eastern Kentucky University, and kind of interesting that they went to see Unto These Hills. You know, that's a musical drama in Cherokee, North Carolina, and it traces the history of the Cherokee people up to the Trail of Tears.
Right.
And that production is still being presented every summer there.
It is a tradition, and you know it's a very informational, very touching. I think I was maybe 10 or 11 or 12 when I saw it, but it's still, I have vivid memories of what I learned from watching that Unto These Hills, and it's something that it should be on the bucket list for folks who head in that direction for sure, Sam.
Indeed.
All right, let's move forward right here. This day in 1962, the Live Wire Temple Hill 4-H Club came through in tip-top fashion this summer when it added its weight to the Community Clubhouse project, being sponsored at Joanne Foster Park by the Temple Hill Lions Club. The club and its officers were shown in a photo presenting a check in the amount of $601 to the Lions for use on the building. There was a picture here in the Glasgow Republican showing Lion Wayne McKibben, Lion President Wendell Underwood, 4-H Secretary Margaret Peden, 4-H Vice President Judy Knuckles, and Johnny Miller, the 4-H Club President. You know, talking about the community getting things done, the 4-H Club there at Temple Hill says let's improve Joanne Foster Park. And they got busy, made some money, and they gave it to other folks who were interested in improving the park, officers there at the Temple Hill Lions Club. That's how it's done, and how it's been done for sure. Yeah, that's right. And excellent community effort for sure. All right, let's go check out the babies here in 1972. The Barron County Fair baby contest winners in 1972. Here's these 1972 babes: John Walter Reed, Charles Stephen Bryant, Michael David Neal, Tammy Michelle Pruitt, Jennifer Suzanne Lowe, and Felicia Lynn Carey. The baby contest winners here from 1972. Always a fun part of the fair. Now, in 1982, we announced this year's officers for the Glasgow High School Quarterbackettes Club. You know, the Quarterbackettes, they got a lot of stuff done, too. Listen to these folks who were working hard on it, Sam. The president of the Quarterbackettes here in 1982, Joan Troxell. The second vice presidents, Betty Bailey, Becky Cooks, the first vice president, Sue Profit, the secretary, Louise Stockton, the corresponding secretary, Betty Sue Farrell, the treasurer, and the directors of the Quarterbackettes were Bonnie Kessler, Sheila Estes, Tish Gum, and Jean Mansfield. Now, I know a number of those. Those are some get-it-done gals for sure. Don't you agree?
I certainly do. They could accomplish most anything they wanted.
Excellent organization, and did a whole lot as the Quarterbackettes. 1992, the final rehearsal has been held, and the Far Off Broadway players are ready for their first performance of Larry Shue's The Nerd at the Plaza Theater in Glasgow. Here's the cast members. And this 1992 cast of the Far Off Broadway players: Elizabeth Hildreth, Shelley Thurman, Steve Harrison, Phil Patton, Dr. Jim Thurman, Lisa Lindsay, and Scott Welburn. Some excellent amateur actors who said, yeah, we're going to get on the stage here and make this Far Off Broadway production extra special. The Nerd, 1992. I bet that was a good performance.
Sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Well, and I'm sure they had a lot of fun in making that production, but, you know, they also take it seriously. They do a good job with the Far Off Broadway players, and that tradition goes way back for sure. 2002, the Caverna graduating class of 1972 recognized at the 2002 commencement ceremony. I think that's kind of neat how Caverna does that. They, in 2002, they said, we're going to recognize the folks who walked through these halls in 1972. And I'm sure a lot of folks enjoyed getting a chance to meet those grads. And speaking of meeting folks, this day in 2012, the Glasgow Wesleyan Church is welcoming their new pastor. 10 years ago today, Reverend Darrell Pittman and his wife, Sue. Okay, I think if all my piles are organized, we have covered 100 years worth of fascinating history in the archives today, Sam. And we put in a little plug for the wrap photograph session on Friday evening, 5 until 7. What else should we do, sir?
Well, I think we've covered it for today, but we'll talk some more about Adolph Rapp and his family and their contributions to our community the next couple of days leading up to that reception.
Okay.
Very influential family here.
I look forward to that. And I thank you for being here. All the wisdom you bring to this show is very much appreciated, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Sam Terry, well-known historian, here on behalf of Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services. History is made by the hard work that stands the test of time, you know.
A message from the South Green Street Church of Christ.
What would you do if someone offered you $100 million for just 1 year's worth of work? Would it take you long to decide? Most likely none of us are ever going to be offered that staggering amount. But a report came out not long ago that back in 1998, comedian Jerry Seinfeld was offered that staggering amount of $100 million if he would film just one more year of his hit TV show called Seinfeld. He turned it down. His reason was that he wanted to spend more time with and start a family. Can you imagine passing up $100 million for family? Well, we'll never face this kind of offer most likely, but we do face challenges, and we have to make decisions every single day. What will you do when the offer is made to put something above your family or something in front of your God? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
When you look around Glasgow and Barron County, you see that South Central Bank's roots run deep. Having served generations of families and supported some of the most significant business growth in the region, we are proud to be a part of this community. For 50 years, our customers have received superior service from South Central Bank, and we remain committed to that. We continue to build relationships that are making an impact on the community we call home. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
In the WCLU Forecast Center for today, we're going to enjoy a mostly cloudy day. I guess we'll enjoy that. It's a 20% chance of showers. We're enjoying going out and taking a breath of fresh air for sure. Today we'll have a high temperature of 79 degrees. And tonight, a 20% chance of showers, a low of 62. There is that 30% chance of showers on Wednesday. It's an off again, on again, depending on which cloud you're under, sort of a thing. There's no frontal boundary or anything like that out there. Just if you get enough different air masses colliding, well, it might generate some rain. 79 for the high tomorrow. There's a slight chance of early thunderstorms on Wednesday night. A low of 62, and then Thursday a 20% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, sunny, and a high of 82. Pressure's at 29.96, 100% humidity, northeast winds at 3 miles an hour. And here we are at WCLU 706 and 67 degrees. The weather brought to you by the good folks at South Central Bank.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Looking for a great job working with friendly folks, competitive pay, and no weekends? Well, Key 1 Hour Cleaners in Glasgow is in need of a presser and a shirt presser. Apply in person at Key Cleaners location on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Key Cleaners is a family-owned business that's been successful over the past 35 years, providing great service and having the best employees. You should consider joining that group. Looking for a presser and a shirt presser? Apply at Key Cleaners, 401 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. We need you.
Little Caesars presents delicious duos like bacon and eggs, spaghetti and meatballs, and of course peanut butter and jelly. Now, Little Caesars brings you a large, hot and ready slices and sticks. A delicious duo featuring 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, together with 8 tasty slices of Italian cheese sticks, plus crazy sauce for only $6. Little Caesars hot and ready slices and sticks is just $6. Available every day when you walk in between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax. Prices may vary.
Let me ask a trivia question, one that you can answer, and in doing so, you're going to win a pizza from Little Caesars Pizza. We have a lot of folks who love to win pizza around here, and we love giving them the opportunity to do that as well. So here we go, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. What historical figure is credited with coining the phrase, "Let them eat cake"? You've heard it. You've heard it referred to in a lot of different, scenarios. It's an often quoted term. Let them eat cake. Name the historical figure who actually came up with that particular phrase. Hello, trivia.
Was it Queen Elizabeth?
No, it wasn't QE. Trivia.
Was it Marie Antoinette?
It was. Who's speaking?
Chappie Rice.
Hey, I thought there's nothing electronic about Marie Antoinette, is there?
No, sure isn't.
But nonetheless, you knew that. Tell me, do you know about Marie Antoinette and all this?
Well, I just remember that from decades ago.
Yeah.
A legendary thing. She was ignorant of her country's suffering, and they said, Marie, the people have no bread. We'll let them eat cake. So, that's a political statement, I guess. That's
exactly right. And, everybody was really aggravated. Of course, she, Marie Antoinette, the bride of France's King Louis XVI, and she said, I can't say this because it's been so long since I had French class, but it is qu'ils mangent de la brioche, which means let them eat cake. Mm-hmm. With that callous remark, the Queen became the hated symbol of the decadent monarchy and fueled a revolution that would cause her to literally lose her head, Chaffee, several years later.
The French Revolution, yeah.
Exactly right. The French, they invented it, and then they seem to very liberal in the use of that guillotine over there,
Oh, yeah.
And it was a sort of a rough time. But nonetheless, we'll teach her, hey, we don't have any bread. Well, just let them eat cake. Move on to the next problem.
Mm-hmm.
Chaffee, I'll get your address, and I'll send you that coupon. You can go let them eat pizza, okay?
Okay.
Hang on just a second. Chaffee Rice, that's right. It is true. The person credited with saying, let them eat cake, is Marie Antoinette. Her French subjects had no bread. Well, here's the solution. Let them eat cake. There you go. Trivia tomorrow. Come on back.
Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch protection are designed to meet building codes for coastal locations from Maine to Miami, Gainesville to Galveston, and they're on guard even when no one is home. Anderson Windows and Doors with Stormwatch protection. The uglier the weather gets, the more beautiful they become.
See the full line of Anderson Windows and Doors at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Anderson Windows. Come home to Anderson.
When you or a loved one have been seriously injured in a wreck, it feels like you're losing control.
Bills are piling up. Your injuries may be preventing you from working. Don't leave your future in the hands of the insurance company.
They'll take advantage of you.
Call Hughes & Coleman today. We've been fighting to get our clients the most money possible for over 35 years.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others.
Everyone has the right to control their own future.
This is not the case if you've been seriously injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck. The insurance company will take advantage of you.
We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients.
We're passionate about getting big dollar results for our clients.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others. Over $1 billion recovered for our clients in Kentucky and Tennessee.
Good morning from Forever Communications. WCLU Glasgow, W276VO Glasgow, WLLI Muffordville, WLYE Glasgow, W253BN Glasgow. Good morning live.
CBS News Brief. The Justice Department is asking a judge not to unseal the affidavit that paved the way for FBI agents to search former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. CBS's Bradley Blackburn.
In a court filing Monday, the DOJ said disclosing it at this time would, quote, cause significant and irreparable damage to this ongoing criminal investigation.
Many Republican voters in Wyoming say they will not vote for Congresswoman Liz Cheney in today's primary.
I'm a Trump fan, and I think she just sort of turned her back on him.
A Miami police officer is in critical condition after a shootout with a robbery suspect. WFOR TV's Carly Barnett says there's a massive show of support outside the trauma center.
There's been a large group of officers out here all night. There is just a long line of police cars, one right after the other, lining the way.
The suspect was shot dead. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Get glowing for your wedding day and have picture-perfect skin with the help of the experts at R Plus Med Spa. They prioritize a tailored approach, starting with a complimentary bridal consultation to share any skin concerns you have as you prepare for your big day. This is also perfect for the mother of the bride, the groom, and your bridal party. R Plus Med Spa, 210 Shane Drive in Glasgow. Call 270-651-4SPA and schedule your complimentary bridal consultation today.
When you look around Glasgow and Barron County, you see that South Central Bank's roots run deep, having served generations of families and supported some of the most significant business growth in the region. We are proud to be a part of this community. For 50 years, our customers have received superior service from South Central Bank, and we remain committed to that. We continue to build relationships that are making an impact on the community we call home. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 16th, 2022, 67 degrees now, 7:15. Temperatures are still in that pleasant feel out there this morning. Overcast skies. Looks like that's going to remain for the rest of the day. We do have a slight chance of showers. However, it looks like it's only a 20% chance, and we are looking today about a high of 83 degrees. Still going to be a little bit warm, and looks like that's going to remain for at least the next foreseeable future. Here, even through September, we're looking at highs remaining in the mid-80s, but hopefully those lows in the evening will give you that indication that we are heading toward the fall time. Looks like at this point, the lows this week are going to be about in the mid-60s, even in the low 60s on some nights. Well, speaking of the summertime, residents are feeling the heat of higher electric bills this month as the height of summer usage is reflected on them. The Glasgow Electric Plant Board says bills take a slight turn during the summer and winter months due to extreme temperatures. Now, the combined heat and humidity last month, well, it caused cooling units to work overtime, and electric bills, they appear to have ticked upward. Aaron Russell is the Marketing and Communications Director at the Glasgow EPB.
That's something that's going across the entire utility industry right now. And it's something that happens just about the same with every, peak demand season. You have it in the winter and in the summer.
Customer bills go out a month behind, which means this month's statement, well, they're actually reflecting July's usage. Most utility companies offer a unit cost for their services, and then they factor in what's called a fuel cost adjustment. That FCA, it's a member that's the FCA. It's a measure of what it costs to get electricity to customers. Now, the Tennessee Valley Authority sells electricity at a wholesale rate to local utility companies like the Glasgow EPB. The cost of that electricity is then distributed to customers. The FCA each month shifts as the TVA adjusts for costs to supply that to local utilities. And that FCA, well, it's actually increased.
Generally, your average is around 2 to 2.5 cents, and that's per kilowatt hour. Right now, we're at a rate of 4.5 cents.
The FCA nearly doubled this summer, mainly due to the increased demand from across the TVA's service area. Temperatures are often the hottest in June, July, and August, and according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the July 2022 period, it was determined to be the third hottest July in the 128-year climate record. But inflation seems to have taken its toll on that rate as well.
I would figure seeing it increase as much for across the board over the past year, I would think that it plays a part just because of the cost of transporting creating that service to meet the usage demand.
Ramp closures continue along the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Expressway in Barron County. If you've driven along that roadway, you've likely noticed those rolling road closures there along some of those exit ramps, and those will continue through this evening. Tonight, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. tomorrow, this is going to be the following impact that you'll see. They are going to be closing off Exit 11 on the westbound off-ramp to US 31E. Exit 11 eastbound to the Nunn Expressway will be closed. Exit 14 eastbound to the Nunn Expressway will be closed. And Exit 14 westbound off-ramp to Kentucky 90, it will be closed. Again, that's the 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. time here locally, and that's going to be for those closures and that road work at those interchanges on the Louis B. Nunn Cumberland Expressway. Motorists should expect ongoing work from the 20-mile marker all the way through the 36-mile marker. That speed limit, it's reduced to 55 miles per hour there, and there has been some law enforcement in the region, so keep that in mind. Those speed limits are lowered there for a reason, to protect those that are working on that scene, and to have that there are several traffic impacts in that area. Aside from the construction, there are also some one-lane areas where you'll be driving there, so traffic is a little bit more crowded through that region. Well, today is going to be the day that TJ Regional Health hosts that back-to-school carnival that they planned a few weeks ago. The TJ Pediatrics and TJ Regional Health back-to-school carnival, it was rescheduled for today from 4 to 6 p.m. at Beaver Trail Park, Shelter Number 2 here in Glasgow. That carnival is a way to celebrate the upcoming school year, as well as introduce families to community resources. Now, the back-to-school carnival will have over 20 vendors and food trucks. There will be games, giveaways, and lots of family fun, they say. Now, this is a part of the 12 Months of TJ initiative, which, if you've heard about that, it's where the health organization is giving back to the community in several different ways. And in August, this is going to be their way to give back to community stakeholders, including those that are in school, healthcare workers, organizations, students, and several more as a part of that 12 Months of TJ initiative. And Kraft Heinz is announcing a voluntary recall of approximately 5,760 cases of Capri Sun wild cherry-flavored juice drink blend beverages. The company says in a news release that the voluntary recall comes after diluted cleaning solution, which is used on food processing equipment, was inadvertently introduced into a production line at one of their factories. Only the wild cherry-flavored Capri Sun products with the case and package information are affected, and we have that information at WCLUradio.com. The best when used by date, this is the big indicator. If it's June 25th, 2023, that is the impacted Capri Sun product, so you might want to throw those away. The issue was apparently discovered after several consumer complaints were reported to Kraft Heinz about the taste of the affected product, and the company is actively working with retail partners and distributors to remove those from the shelves. They say consumers who purchase those items should not consume them. They can return them to the store where they were purchased. Consumers can contact Kraft Heinz from 9 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, at this number. It's 1-800-280-8252. You can see if your product is a part of that recall and receive reimbursement for that purchase. So again, this is something that Kraft Heinz is announcing to the public, and more information on that is available at our website. There's a table there with the product size, product information, and all of that to help you understand if you do have one of those impacted packages from that, of course, spill into the drink. 722, 67 degrees currently. This is WCLU Local News. We'll be right back.
Healthcare changes all the time. But at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchett's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchett Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advance planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear, and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Welcome back into WCLU Local News here on this Tuesday, August 16th, 67 degrees now, 724. Hope you're doing well today, and thank you for joining us. We are looking outside today to partly cloudy skies. Yesterday morning, if you recall, that is the way it was, but eventually cleared out a little bit. Today, we do have a 20% chance of showers. That's going to stay in the forecast through the rest of the week. Looks like a little bit of patchy showers as we move on through the rest of the week. Those highs aren't necessarily going to feel like fall. Obviously, we're not there yet, but those lows in the evening, however, they are going to start feeling more like fall, with lows getting to about the mid-60s every evening as far as we can see at this point in the forecast. Well, yesterday on the campus of Western Kentucky University, President Timothy C. Caboni delivered his annual faculty and staff convocation address in Van Meter Auditorium. Among the things discussed, President Caboni announced that over the past 5 years, the university has raised more gifts than in any other 5-year period in the university's history, securing $171 million since 2017. And as of June 30th, WKU concluded the most successful decade of fundraising in the institution's history. Gifts totaling nearly $303 million were recorded since July 1st, 2012. And Dr. Martha Sells, the Dean of Students and Assistant Vice President for Student Life, as well as Executive Director of TRIO Programs and the Intercultural Student Engagement Center, was recognized as the Spirit of WKU Award recipient. We'll have more information about that at our website, WCLUradio.com. Glasgow police say they responded to Happy Valley Road in reference to a complaint last Saturday. They say an officer located a man named Tyrus Mitchell. He was allegedly passed out inside a vehicle in front of the Five Star store there in the parking lot. Officers were able to awaken Mitchell. However, he appeared to be under the influence of drugs. Officers located digital scales, a glass pipe, and methamphetamine was located inside that vehicle. Mitchell of Morgantown was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, public intoxication, controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. And finally today, looks like gas prices are continuing on the decline. Gas prices in west central Kentucky are 13 cents lower this week at $3.39 per gallon. That's according to AAA East Central's gas price report. The average price during the week of August 8th this year, $3.52. The average price during the week of August 16th last year, well, it was $2.89 per gallon. The average prices of unleaded self-serve gasoline across the region, Bowling Green's at $3.50 per gallon, Elizabethtown $3.28, Louisville $3.77, Owensboro $3.22, and Paducah $3.29. Now, the national average for a gallon of gas, it's fallen 10 cents in the past week, and this is due to primarily stable oil prices and fewer drivers fueling up. AAA finds that drivers are making significant changes to cope with the high pump prices. In a recent survey, almost 2/3 of U.S. adults have changed their driving habits or lifestyle since March. Drivers' top two changes to offset those high gas prices, well, they're driving less and they're combining errands. 727, 67 degrees. Have a great Tuesday. It's August 16th.
Catch Brendan Crane's local news coverage weekdays exclusively on WCLU Radio. Good Morning Live at WCLUradio.com and Facebook.
Late sleepers everywhere are demanding breakfast until noon on weekends. Well, hit that snooze button because Hardee's is extending breakfast hours until noon. And now you can celebrate it with the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal. Imagine eating your choice of a sausage and egg biscuit, country fried steak, or biscuit and gravy all before midday on the weekends. The late sleepers have spoken. Bite into the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal only at Hardee's. Feed your happy. Tax not included. Available for limited time at participating Hardee's restaurants. Exclusions may apply by time of day. Price of participation may vary.
As a former high school dropout, I'm not a typical MBA graduate. As an adult, going back to school, there were a lot of things to factor in. I was taking care of my family, working 60 hours a week, so finding time to squeeze in an education was a challenge.
Indiana Tech has quality, affordable degree programs to advance your career and the personalized support that helps you succeed. We have in-demand programs in areas like business, healthcare, information technology, cybersecurity, engineering, criminal justice, and many more.
The flexibility of online classes made it possible for me to take classes and work, and the faculty and staff were amazing too. I'm still in a bit of shock that I managed to get my MBA. If you had told the 16-year-old me that this would be possible, I never would have believed it.
Take the next step towards your bright future. Learn more today how Indiana Tech helps busy working adults advance their careers at online.indianatech.edu.
Registration for the next class session ends August 19th.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A Webster County man in custody at the County Detention Center for allegedly killing his girlfriend over the weekend. William Virgin called police himself Saturday and admitted to dispatch that he had strangled his girlfriend. Heather Davidson was found dead at the scene when troopers arrived. Residents in several eastern Kentucky counties can leave debris from last month's flooding on the right-of-way in front of their homes for pickup. Pickup is underway in Pike, Breathitt, Letcher, Perry, and Knott counties. Crews will be active on Kentucky 610 in Pike County and Kentucky 7 and Kentucky 550 in Knott County. A mix of chemicals in the paint area of the Toyota plant in Georgetown yesterday causes a toxic reaction and sends one person to the hospital. Officials with the Scott County Emergency Management says the victim was taken to the hospital as a precaution. An investigation is underway in the area of that plant where the incident happened. The Better Business Bureau warning college students across the Commonwealth to be vigilant for scammers as the new academic year begins. Officials say students are focused on housing and tuition and classes, and scammers use those distractions to victimize people. The BBB says beware of phishing emails claiming to be from a school's financial department or from an organization offering grants or scholarships or offering apartment rentals. The BBB has more tips posted on its website. The return of kids to classes this month means drivers need to use extra caution in school zones and at bus stops. First responders in Georgetown and Owensboro urging drivers to know the law when it comes to bus stops and dropping and picking up students. Fans of fast boats will be in Owensboro this weekend as the Owensboro Hydro Fair will be along the riverfront. 60 hydroplane teams will compete in 6 different classes on the Ohio River Friday through Sunday. I'm Rob Carpenter.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
All right, sounds a lot of fun there on the Ohio River coming up this weekend. 7:31 now, WCLU, as we move into our popular What's Cooking segment today. And, of course, What's Cooking is brought to you by the Bounty of the Barrens, Sustainable Glasgow, Kentucky proud entities for sure. And let's just find out what's cooking today.
The Sustainable Glasgow, Kentucky Proud Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market has begun and is every Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon on the courthouse lawn in downtown Glasgow. Expect to find an array of fresh vegetables, meats, breads, baked goods, plants, and crafts, all from farmers and local producers. So join your friends and neighbors Saturday mornings, and thank you to our community partners South Central Bank, TJ Sampson Community Hospital, Kentucky Proud and Sustainable Glasgow, local foods, local folks, local music.
August 7th through 13th is National Farmers Market Week. So in today's episode of What's Cooking, I thought I'd introduce you to the many vendors that you can find right here at Bounty of the Barrens.
My name is Cody England. I'm from England Ranch in Edmonton, Kentucky. We have a regenerative, holistic ranch there. We grow organic chicken and poultry products, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. We started our farm back in March of 21, so we're sort of new to this. And you can go to englandranch.com and check us out, and you're welcome to come out and visit us at the ranch too and see how we do things.
My name is Robert Siddons. This is my wife Edie. We run Siddons Farm Beef. It's located 5 miles out of Glasgow on the Oilwell Road. We have a pasture-raised, grain-finished beef. Our beef is on feed grain a minimum of 180 days to provide the tenderness and the quality of beef you need to have. Then we have it processed, and it's aged 21 days in the processor to give that extra tenderness. So we're having a quality product. It's right here in Barron County. We have everything from 1 pound of ground beef, roast steaks, and we also sell quarters, halves, and wholes. We sell everything USDA inspected, delivered right here at Farmers Market or at our farm.
Hi, my name is Sheila Miller Wilson. My father is George Campbell, who lives in Park City, and we have 23 beehives. My father's been handling bees for almost 50 years. When we extract the honey, we spin it and we just strain it once, so it does have pollen in it for the allergies and all the good effects.
Hi, I'm Julie. My company is Shuggy Skincare. It's all natural skincare products. I have amazing scrubs in both lavender and lemon, and you can exfoliate and moisturize all at the same time, so you don't have to put lotion on. They are available at ShuggySkincare.com and also here at Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market.
All right, hey, I'm Sarah Shirley with Growing Boys Farm, and we are here at Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market, and we do flowers. We do sunflowers and zinnias. That's our specialty because they're bright and cheerful.
Hi, my name is Christy. I'm the owner of Meraki Art and Sage, and I do art in many different forms. I paint, I do court painting, resin work, I also do magnets and keychains, and I sell sage.
Hey, I'm Tanya Cherry, and I am co-owner of Cherry Farms. We are in Fountain Run, Kentucky. We farm in all 3 counties, Monroe, Barron, and Allen, but we're Allen County residents. We offer farm-raised beef and pork. They're born, raised, and finished on our farm and took to a USDA processor. You're getting no additives, all natural, all that good stuff. We offer all cuts of beef and pork. We do also halves and wholes. And you can also pick up at the farm, and our phone number is 270-590-4312. You can also follow us on Facebook at Cherry Farms Beef, or go to our website at www.cherryfarmsky.com.
My name is John. I work at Denison's Roadside Market, and we over here today selling business. We raise a lot of stuff out there. We got green tomatoes, red tomatoes, we have yellow tomatoes, we got honey, cabbage, corn, and then the watermelon. Don't forget the watermelon. And we got peppers, onions, potatoes, and cabbage, squash, zucchini. And we just come over and we pick a bunch of stuff the day before and come over here and try to sell it. But this is all, if you want more, you go out to Denison's Roadside Market.
I'm Janelle Jones. I'm with Legacy Dairy. We offer milk that is pasteurized, but it's not homogenized, which means the cream's going to separate and rise to the top, and it has a lot richer flavor than what you're used to buying at the store. We only offer whole milk, but we have it in white and chocolate. We're just a small family-run dairy, and we're just trying to get our product out in the community, and we enjoy all the support from all the people that want to buy local.
The Bounty of the Barrens Farmers Market meets from 8 a.m. until noon every Saturday through the month of October. So be sure to stop by downtown Glasgow to find the best local meats, local produce, and the best local arts and crafts. Until next week, I'm Jordan Smith for What's Cooking.
Jordan said it best. It is just the best. That's right. The best of everything. It's the Bounty of the Barrens, and I really appreciate that expose of some of the nicest folks you'll ever want to meet when you go down there to the Bounty of the Barrens on Saturday morning. and see some of the nicest folks that you'll ever see down there. Okay, it is 7:37, and of course, What's Cooking sponsored today by the Bounty of the Barrens, Sustainable Glasgow. We're going to jump over here. We've got some birthday honorees to tell you about today. Brendan's grandmother, Sally Crane, is celebrating. Gary Ray Wilson is 66 today. John Wheat is 58. Daphne Gentry, Jeannie Minyard, Diane Russell. We sounded the 70 gong for her last hour. It is Gracie Reed, and Gracie is 15 today. We've got, let's see, Sarah Wilson. We sounded the 60 gong for Sarah last hour. Joe Moore's 45. Miss Clark Dickerson, she is 7 today. Michael Crimmins, Bill Curd, Carl Napier, Joyce Jeffries on the birthday side of things. On the anniversary side of things, it is Stephanie and McKay Dickerson. The Dickersons are celebrating their 11th wedding anniversary today. Congratulations. And we have James and Sherry Neal on the anniversary side of things, too. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And online here, it is a simple click at WCLUradio.com. Today it is David Bird Day here on the radio. If you happen to see David Bird around town, it would be mighty kind if you would pat him on the back, remind him he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU, and a little taste of Texas.
Weather brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver Referral Services. When roles reverse in later years, when child becomes caretaker, when the needs of a parent become most important, it's comforting to know there is help along the way. Sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship, and it's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether at home, assisted living, or a nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 670-7062.
Yeah, we got a pleasant start to the day out there. If you haven't gone out and taken a big whiff of this special air, it's still 69 degrees, and it's got a good feel to it out there for sure. And in the forecast center today, we're looking for a increase in the cloud cover. We can kind of see that. High of 79. Tonight, a 20% chance of showers, cloudy and 62. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers, and thunderstorms also a possibility, at a high of 79. Wednesday night, slight chance of early thunderstorms, partly cloudy, and a low of 62. Thursday, a 20% chance of afternoon showers, sunny, and a high of 82. 29.96 is the pressure, 100% humidity, 69% is the, what did I say? 69 degrees. That's right. We don't deal in degrees. We deal in percents. And 69 degrees is the present temperature. So we've got some cloud cover that's going to move through here and more or less make it feel like it's going to rain, even though there's a lot less of a chance of rain than what it's probably going to look like, it seems. This weather update on WCLU has been brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, Private Caregiver Referral Service. You can give Peggy a call today, and her number is 270-670-7062. Are you sick and tired of that constant pain?
The Glasgow Police Department, we strongly believe in outreach and getting involved with our community.
Obviously, we're doing more than just out in the community writing tickets. We're here for the community when they call for help.
We deal with medical patients, we deal with all kinds of sorts of things and all kinds of different people.
I enjoy getting the calls of, hey, I need gas, can you bring me a gas can?
We're always involved in stuff and just trying to invest in our community and make it better.
Glasgow's always been my home. This is where I was born and raised, and this is where I'll stay.
Refine, revitalize, and restore with great gifts for any occasion. Glasgow's premier med spa, R+, is here to help you enhance your self-image by celebrating your unique beauty. Shop from the brands we love at our retail store, or purchase a gift certificate for any of our services, from hydrofacials and skin pen to laser treatments and massage therapy. Pamper your loved one today with the gift of care from R+ Med Spa in Glasgow.
The Sustainable Glasgow, Kentucky Proud Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market has begun and is every Saturday from 8 a.m. till noon on the courthouse lawn in downtown Glasgow. Expect to find an array of fresh vegetables, meats, breads, baked goods, plants, and crafts, all from farmers and local producers. So join your friends and neighbors Saturday mornings, and thank you to our community partners South Central Bank, TJ Simpson Community Hospital, Kentucky Proud and Sustainable Glasgow, local foods, local folks, local music.
All in one place. And 93% of surveyed businesses increased their visibility and control since upgrading from QuickBooks to NetSuite.
Yeah, sounds like it's time for me to switch to NetSuite. Over 31,000 businesses already use NetSuite. And for a limited time, NetSuite has extended their one-of-a-kind financing program offer to those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/advantage. Head to netsuite.com/advantage for this extended special financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/advantage.
Good morning live, WCLU 743 on the button. We're going to meander up the street. We have the one and only Bobby Lee Hurt, who is up and running this morning, running the place that he calls home. It is Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street. A lot of folks have heard of Hurt Auto Sales. A lot of folks have had their transportation needs met and exceeded by shopping at Hurt Auto Sales. And I think that's a good enough reason to say, look, are you looking for a vehicle? Do you need one? Maybe got another driver in the family? Maybe got a vehicle that you just wore out hauling the family? Bobby Lee Hurt says, come see what we have, and he's going to tell us some of this stuff. Good morning, Bobby.
Good morning, Henry. How are you this morning?
I'm doing real good. Just about you get outside there, you breathe this Barron County air, and how much better it feels today. Makes you want to go buy a car, I'll tell you.
It sure does, Henry. It's a perfect day for it.
Yes, sir.
We just got in a 2015 Hyundai Velociter. It's a little 3-door car, get about 30 miles per gallon, and it's red with black interior, priced for just $11,900.
Now help me with that. The model name, what is it? A what?
Velociter.
Velociter. Okay. Well, it sounds.
First one of these I've ever owned. It's got the big sunroof, just a sharp-looking little ride.
Yeah, you know, I think everybody should come by there this morning just to see what a Velociter is.
That's right. Hey, we'll set you up for a test drive.
That's right. It's easy to do up there. We like to brag about how easy that test drive is at Hurt. Okay, keep going.
Got a 2006 GMC Envoy Denali, local vehicle, 3rd row seat, DVD. Sharp-looking ride, priced for $9,900.
You know, when you can buy that kind of a vehicle with all those extras and less than $10,000 invested in it, you know you've done good for sure.
That's for sure. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money, want to get some great gas mileage, we just traded yesterday afternoon for a 2010 Kia Sportage, another small SUV. It's got a few miles on it, but we've got it priced accordingly for just $2,900.
How much?
$2,900.
$2,900. See, I couldn't tell whether you had that Wayne County accent in there. I couldn't tell you said 29 or 49, but it's $2,900.
Yeah, we'd like to get 49, but we'll take 29.
That's
sure.
right. Well, somebody's going to be happy with that for sure, Bobby Lee.
They most certainly will. Come and check us out. We got lots more to choose from, and we'll send you home in that brand new ride today.
You know, finding good quality pre-owned vehicles has been kind of tricky, particularly for the people who do this for a living. But Bobby Lee has learned how to go out and find the vehicles and to get them on the lot and to gather them all in one place that you can come and check them out. And that is just as true today as it ever has been with this great selection up there at Hurt Auto Sales. Come by and see him today at Hurt Auto Sales. Wouldn't you say that's a good way to describe it, sir?
I most certainly would, Henry. And like I say again, it's a perfect day to do so.
That's right. Feels good. Test drive. Hurt Auto Sales is located. Type it into your GPS. It'll take you right to it. 621 West Main Street, Glasgow, Kentucky. It's a beautiful view from up there on the bottom of Standpipe Hill, and you can get another beautiful look when you test drive one of those vehicles. And the motto will make sure that you have a good experience every time, and that is...
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Thank you, Bobby. Have a good day, sir.
You also, thank you, Henry.
Yes, sir.
For over 25 years, Window World has provided quality products for homeowners around the country. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they will never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable composite frame that will never rot. When it comes time to replace your windows or doors, trust Window World. Call 270-780-9600.
Simply the best for less. Window World.
Good morning, friends. You know, a person could be financially successful but still make marriage or parenting decisions that are extremely foolish. One might be a role model in athletics, business, or other areas of life, but we must be very careful in these times because a person can make one foolish decision that can blow up their successful world. True success is not how much money a person accumulates, how many adoring fans crowd around them, and how many military victories are achieved, or how much education is gained. True success is what a person does with all the things that they become and have. It's a tragedy when a person gains money, fame, power, athletic ability, or popularity, and then become a failure in simple morality or basic family life. It's a disastrous shame when one gains many of these things in life and then turns away from the only true and living God, Jehovah. If one would be truly successful in life, one must accept whatever blessings God has given and humbly ask His help in using them to His glory, especially your family. True success is found in what you do with what you have. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
When you or a loved one have been seriously injured in a wreck, it feels like you're losing control.
Bills are piling up. Your injuries may be preventing you from working. Don't leave your future in the hands of the insurance company.
They'll take advantage of you.
Call Hughes & Coleman today. We've been fighting to get our clients the most money possible for over 35 years.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others.
Everyone has the right to control their own future.
This is not the case if you've been seriously injured in a car wreck or a big truck wreck. The insurance company will take advantage of you.
We've recovered over $1 billion for our clients.
We're passionate about getting big dollar results for our clients.
Control starts with a call. Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Principal office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Services may be performed by others. Over $1 billion recovered for our clients in Kentucky and Tennessee.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Spinning the globe, looking for tidbit news under the various rocks and trees along the way. How you doing this morning, James?
Hey, sir. How are you?
Good. I know Brendan's doing good this morning.
I'm here.
Your grandmother's got a birthday today.
That's correct.
Really?
That's right. He put that on there, and he was a good grandson. Got it on. And with no trouble.
He better stay in good graces.
Yeah, you know, it's always good to keep your grandmama happy.
That's
sure.
right. Yes,
it's
sir.
not a very difficult job to do either, I don't think. All right, let's see. Let me hear. Yesterday on Tidbit News, we started talking about the Grilling and Chilling giveaway. And James, you got better information on these websites. How can we get signed up for the Grilling and Chilling with some absolutely stellar prizes?
Yeah, over $1,300 worth of goodies on September 1st.
That's right. Boutique Unique and Haywood Valley Farms are really enjoying being a part of the Grilling and Chilling promotion. Now, how do we get signed up?
Okay, radiosoki.com, click contest, or the WCLUradio.com, click contest. All the information's right there. Just fill out the form, and you'll be registered to win. September 1st.
And when you talk about winning this Blackstone 28-inch griddle, this premium beef, and I do mean premium beef that they provide from Haywood Valley Farms. They got a hard side cooler and Lee's sauces, and they've got Barrel Down South grilling chips, along with Kentucky Pottery Platter. Just go online, look at all of the different prizes, and they even have campfire sticks.
Yep. And, you know, they came by here yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Right, Brennan?
They did, and I'll tell you what, they were gracious enough to give us an entire basket of meat to sample.
Basket of what?
Meat.
Patties.
And it never made it back this far in the building.
No, because you were snoozing. You weren't up front, so we were up front to receive it. Those of us who are up front.
Well, there's no work that happens up front, you see.
Yeah.
So you just hold on yourself.
Oh, yeah, well, true. But I tell you, that it's a beautiful basket just full of wrapped patties, and I don't know what all's in it, but I thought it was cookies, and I'm like, what's this?
Right.
No, it was big.
You're not too discretionary, James, I can tell you.
It was really nice of them.
Boutique Unique is the area's first shop carrying quality handcrafted products made in Kentucky. That's a neat deal. And they have painted furniture. And I'm telling you, if you've not seen the furniture they make out there and provide at Boutique Unique, it's something to see. They've got vintage finds, and they're good at finding vintage, too. And also Haywood Valley Farms, producing locally raised, superior quality Midwestern finished beef, available only at Boutique Unique. You can look wherever you want to, but it's only available at Boutique Unique. And get signed up. Don't mess up on this grilling and chilling promotion.
Yeah.
And for the record, Henry, we do have the meat here in the building, so
Okay.
we'll let you in on that after we get off the air.
WCLU,
Maybe.
we have the meats. At least I'm glad to know that.
I shouldn't have said anything.
All right. Anyway, hey, honesty is a part of our policy. Let's see here. Let me get over here and talk about this story. You don't know how good you have it until you see how bad somebody else has it.
It's true.
This is the story of a Ukrainian refugee who left Ukraine to go to England because of the war. But she is seriously considering returning home just to get the dental treatment she desperately needs, because no dentists in England are taking on new patients. Did you hear about that?
I hadn't.
This is in Leeds, England. Local Liberal Democrat councillor Stuart Galton, I don't know what that has to do with dentistry, but he highlighted the case and said he was embarrassed by the situation, which blamed on the governor's neglect of the National Health Service's dentistry. There's a BBC investigation published earlier this week, says that no dental practices in England are accepting new patients. In fact, it's a 5-year wait to get a dental appointment in England.
That's kind of liberal.
A shortage of dentists and a backlog of treatment exacerbated by the pandemic have been cited as factors behind the problem affecting much of the UK.
Wow.
So this poor lady who went to the UK, she went to England to get away from the war-torn Ukrainian world. She says, I just got to go back home to get a dentist appointment.
Wow.
That is a toothache and a half.
Yeah. It's a pain, that's for sure.
That's her. She
Goodness
says here
gracious.
her chronic pain unresolved by traveling to the emergency dentist on the other side of Yorkshire and facing a 5-year wait on the NHS dentist list. She was seriously considering risking returning home. Thankfully, after she explained her circumstances, they worked her in, but how many people didn't have the persistence to get worked in, you know?
Wow.
That's a big problem.
It most certainly could be.
Story number 2, this is a sports story right here for you. You notice how I transitioned so quickly?
You did.
Story number 2, this is out of Ole Miss. It's kind of an interesting sports story. I bet our KSR buddies are going to have this one today. Ole Miss was lacking depth at the punter position, so they did what any other respectable football program would do. They took a visit down to Fraternity Row to see if any of the guys on campus can kick a football. It turns out that the head coach Lane Kiffin found the guy he wanted, Charlie Pollock. After the Rebel scrimmage on Saturday, Coach Kiffin was asked about his team's new punter and in a very Kiffin-esque explanation about how they discovered Mr. Pollock. Quote, I don't know a whole lot about him, but I think he was down at the frat house, like at a keg party or something, where they got him from, Coach Kiffin told the media. So we have a condition to work out with the guy, but we said, hey, somebody go find a punter around campus. So we found one that actually used to punt in Division I.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? That's a very much sought after college when, go down on Frat Row and find some D1 punters. Mr. Pollock was number 13 punter in the nation in his 2020 recruiting class, signed with Nevada out of high school. He didn't see any action in 2021 with the Wolfpack, before entering the transfer portal. He said, well, I'm not going to get transferred. I'm just going to go to school somewhere. And now he's at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
And they went down there and said, can anybody down here punt? It seems like an odd thing to do. Yeah. Where can we get a punter? Well, go over here on Frat Row. And they found this guy. Yeah, I used to do that in Division
What are the
I.
chances of that?
That's pretty low.
Yeah.
But
I'd
Lane
say.
Kiffin, yeah, we'll see what the KSR has to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, this story here, I just threw it in because I think it's a neat technological story. We need technology to keep us pointed in the right direction. Florida's primary energy provider is ready to launch a powerful new technology just ahead of the busiest weeks of the Atlantic hurricane season. Yes, they were coming up here. And Florida Power and Light's new fixed-wing drone is designed to fly into a tropical storm-force wind and speed the restoration of electricity. This Air 1 resembles a small plane, remotely operated, can stay aloft for 22 hours or 1,000 miles in the immediate wake of the most damaging weather by delivering real-time images of damaged equipment to the Utilities Command Center. It can point repair crews exactly where they need to go before the winds die down.
Wow, isn't that amazing?
Well, I mean, you can't send a human being out there in the middle of a hurricane to find the problem. It's just got to, say, we'll zero in on it when we can get in there.
Yeah.
But now they got this drone that says, hey, give it to us. We'll take it. We'll find it.
Some of these
Flop it in
drones,
the air.
they're so amazing.
Yeah,
what
they
you
are.
can see, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like, it's like being right there with it.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
when the hurricanes come, it might be able to restore the electricity sooner because the drone can go and find the broken pole or the shorted out transformer. Or
Exactly.
whatever, long before the humans can go in and find it. So anyway, just a little technological tidbit right there.
I like it.
That's all I have. Y'all got anything?
Got the Real Trader coming up at
That's
8
right.
o'clock
8
this
o'clock,
morning.
that'll be- you can do some heavy trading.
Yeah.
And Brendan's got the 8 o'clock news. We are shifted into high gear and moving forward.
The just because deal. Hey, what's this?
Breakfast from Mickey D's.
From me?
Yep.
Why?
'Cause it's morning and you like McDonald's. Let's eat while it's hot.
There's a deal for every act of kindness at McDonald's.
Right now, get a sausage biscuit and hash browns pairing for just $2.50. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it.
This is
They
your
were
home
top
for
notch.
Glasgow's
Search
best
fast for Apollo
variety.
PC.
WCLU